Welcome back to Ifechi family, my lovely people. This is the first of the series of this Japa syndrome. Last week was an introduction, and I told you that we are going to have series because of the issues that have been coming up, both the ones people talk to me about directly, the ones I read about, and the things I hear all the time that is going on with people who jackpot to UK recently. So all I'm going to discuss on this video today is about planning, because sometimes we do things in a haste. There's this saying that if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So you have to plan in as much as you want to jackpot, you want to do whatever you need to do. I'm not here to tell people what to do or not to do, whether to jackpot or not. However, I'm here to advise us that planning helps a great deal. It's always good to plan. Plan very well, especially when it's husband and wife planning to travel. Sit down and discuss it. Plan with your spouse. And when there are children involved, it becomes even a bigger issue. Plan and think about those kids you are going to be jackbarring with. Think about them, because they don't have their own opinion. They're just following what their parents are doing. So make sure you put them into consideration, because some of the issues, the difficulties that they have been facing points down to one thing, and that is lack of planning. That's why I'm dedicating this first video of this series to planning. How have you planned about your Jaguar thing? How did you plan it? Have you sat down with your spouse? Have you talked through it over years? Have you decided what to do and what not to do? The biggest issue, see the Proverbs 21 verse 5, it says that the plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. That's Proverbs 21 5. The plans of the diligent, leads to profit as surely, if you are in a haste, it leads to poverty. That's basically what that Bible verse is saying. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that we need to plan properly. Trust me, if you do not plan well, you are going to fail, especially here in the UK. Over the years, things have changed a lot. Some of them are for good, some of them are for bad. We're all going to come to all that during this series. But today, for the purpose of this video, it's about planning. Why will a couple sell their property? Some of them sell their land, some of them sell their cars to Japa, to go to a different country that you don't even know what you're going to make there. And you did not plan this, you did not sit down to plan this with your spouse. You just tell them this is what has happened. You did not even tell them the full stories or the ins and outs of this, your travel. What you have done, what you have not done, what you have who you have promised what, and who you have borrowed money from. You did not get them involved. Everything becomes a surprise. All I'm telling you is based on what I've heard and what's been going on. Lack of planning. So the first thing to consider before you plan to Japa or to relocate to any place, any foreign country, any place at all, is to plan. You need to plan very well. If not, trust me, you're going to fail. And also be patient. As you're planning, be patient with yourselves. If that plan did not work out now, wait for it. Next time, when it works out properly, before you can now make an informed decision. All this rush, because your friends over there have told you that this and that is going on here. Oh, such a life. There's a 24-hour light, this and that. Oh, yes, all well and good. But how about other things? Some people, their own planning is asking their friends or people they know over there, for that job you do, you say it's just a menial job. It is not equal to what your qualification is, a lower job. But how much they pay you per hour? That's their own planning. They now calculate how much they pay them per hour. They now change it to our currency, which is Naira. And they're like, I'm going to go there. Whatever it is, I will do it. And that your friend did not tell you how many hours they have to put in. Tax and national insurance are deducted from that, from their salaries, and other things involved, and that the accommodation here is not accommodation is very expensive. No matter where you live, obviously the further in you live in the UK, like towards north, the cheaper accommodations are. But if you live towards London area, obviously things are, but all in all, things are expensive, as just as in every other part of the world. So plan, make your survey, find out, take your time, don't be in a hurry to leave. And especially this idea of selling your things to move to somewhere you don't know, you don't even know what is going to happen there. That one shocks me. Why would anybody do that? Because you don't know what you're going to face. Even those of us who have been in this country for many years, we still have plans for back home because you don't know how things might change in future. There's this saying that east or west, home is the best. So when you're planning, as I say, please plan, Japa, whatever you need to do if you have to. But plan. Lack of planning have caused a lot of issues. It has affected the children. It has affected the wife and the husband. I'm going to come to the effects, negative effects this have had on children. And some of them are really sad, very sad stories. So as I say, I'm just here today to talk about planning before you japa. Things are not the way you think they are. And people who are already here, please tell your friends, tell your relatives the truth. And if, obviously, sometimes you tell them the truth, they still want to come and see for themselves, that's okay. But at least you have told them the truth to help them in their planning, if they really want to plan. Because some of them are just so myopic, they don't even want to consider or think about the future. They're thinking of now. They're thinking of just now, today. You don't think about the future. You don't have any plans. Your children are your future. You have to think about them. You have to put them into consideration. Plan with your spouse. Plan properly. Tell each other the truth. And then when you come here, stop complaining. Because by then, at least you are well informed. But if you don't plan well, you come here, you be complaining, oh, had I known, then it's too late. I'll stop this particular video here, as I say, and the next one, I'll come up, I'll be breaking them into chunks, so you can get the hang of every video. Very important, because a lot, and I'm telling you, a lot is going on regarding this Japa issue. Okay, my lovely people, goodbye.
I think I'll tell you the